Several weeks ago, I read video clips from the social media. I found one volunteer from Canada. He is an environmental scientist. So I sent a message to him, and right now he was in my Ministry of Environment. Welcome you to come to our Ministry of Environment. Can you introduction by yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Jaron. I come from Canada. I'm very honored to be here at the Ministry of Environment. I work for an environmental service company called Montrose, and I just really like environmental things, and I like environmental things because I want to help people have better life, and I think that's kind of what the environment is all about. So that's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why you come to Taiwan? Just for travel or something? Why you come to Hualien, go to Hualien?
So I came to Taiwan, originally it was going to be for a shorter time. And I just wanted to see Taiwan. I've never been here. I always really appreciated Chinese culture and food and people really nice and stuff. And I had heard Taiwanese people are very, very nice. So I just booked a plane ticket kind of last minute. I didn't really tell anybody that I was going. Yeah.
Did you call your parents?
Yeah, I think I told my dad first, and then later on my mom found out from my dad, which she was not happy about. So I mean, I told them, but they didn't really know what was going on. They didn't know where I was going to be staying. So I landed in Taipei on September 28th, and right away I was just like amazed by how nice Taiwanese people were and how great the food is and supportive the community was. And then I heard about this thing happening in Guangfu where people were volunteering. And I do like volunteering in environmental things once in a while. I've done it abroad when I went to Japan as well. But this sounded kind of like a very big thing. So, but I didn't know how big it would be. So I decided, I think it was on October 1st, my third day in Taipei, I decided that I wanted to get something more out of my vacation, some kind of more authentic experience and meet more friends. So I went down to Guangfu and I started volunteering. I only planned to stay a couple days at first, but the whole situation and everything happening was so amazing and it really inspired me. So I decided that I was going to stay there until October 10th. So yeah, it was just like right away I made tons of friends, probably people that I'll be friends with for the rest of my life. I hope to see them again, definitely, when I come back to Taiwan. And yeah, it was just amazing. Like a lot of people have been thanking me, but to be honest, one person is just a drop in the bucket of thousands of people who are there. And like, I really respect all the Taiwanese people who came, took time out of their busy lives and schedule to go and help Guangfu. I didn't do any more than anyone else. Everybody's effort is what made everything successful in the end.
Yeah. So you stayed Guangfu for 10 days?
Yeah, I didn't stay in Guangfu. I was living in Hualien City.
Oh, Hualien City.
Yeah, so
you take the train every day?
Yeah, so okay. I felt the first few days that I was there, I really was considering staying in Guangfu, but I was told by some of my friends that it's kind of better to save the space in Guangfu for people like medical and army and people who are really essential. And then if you have the opportunity to go back and forth, then you can kind of leave space for those more essential people. So I decided to stay in Hualien City, which was also very comfortable, and everyone in Hualien was very nice. But yeah, I took the train every day, different times. I wasn't there 8 hours every day, but I made sure to go in and try a little bit every day.
Okay, every day for 10 days.
Yeah.
What did you do there?
Yeah, there was many different things to do. Some days it would be digging kind of more dry dirt into either wheelbarrows or buckets, and people would be forming a line to pass the buckets really efficiently. Some days would be digging in the sewers, like in that video of me. That was a day where we were trying to clear the sewers. We were using a tool. I'm not sure what the name of the tool is. It's a long stick with a pointed tip at the end, and
another one like this.
Yeah. And then also, it's kind of like a spoon, right?
Yeah, spoon. Yeah.
So we were using those two tools to try and clear out the sewer from each hole. There's a hole about every maybe 4 meters or 5 meters.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were trying to clear, and the tool was only so long, so we had to reach really deep inside and pull really hard. That was pretty hard work. But I would say my favorite thing to do was shoveling. I really like to shovel. It's what I do at work a lot when I'm doing soil work as well. So it's kind of like feels very familiar to me to just dig with a shovel. I think that like I was able to kind of bring that skill into Guangfu, which I'm really happy for. It felt like kind of a very just lucky opportunity that I happen to be really good at shoveling, and shoveling is pretty much the number one thing that they needed there.
You know, I went to Hualien, Guangfu, for the first day is a Teacher's Day, I think. You know, September is quite busy for us. In Ministry of Environment, I have lots of things to do. So I went there because in the first day, all of my team, the central government already went there and to help the local government. And when I went there, and you know, just like after a war, the traffic is in a mess. Everything was in a mess, and no water, no something. I saw lots of the volunteers to help the house to clean the sand. And I remember that day, and when I arrived there, okay, another day is Moon Festival. That Moon Day Festival, and we found we should do some different things because most of the streets are clean, but all the ditches and black already black, and so even the matong, we cannot use the restroom until now. So I remember that day, and I give I received my coordinator. The coordinator is from the military. He's a G. He's a very strong and nice guy. You know, he did a lot of the disaster recovery works, and he asked me, Minister Peng, can you help us to find some tools, just like a ball and a very strong and for the ditches. And yes, I try to find. In the beginning, all we can get is only 40.
Really?
Yeah. One day we collect about 600. 600. So I put this. We need the people, need the volunteer, and to dig the ditches. And finally, I found every deep ditches, and we have lost so many volunteers. So I went there to see. So the next day, we saw lots of the volunteers take the tour by themselves. And we also get lots of volunteers from all over Taiwan. They send the tours to Hualien.
Donating tools.
Donate the tour about more than 1,000. 1,000. And so so we start the ditch cleaning to dig the ditches until now. It takes about maybe 2 weeks because it's not an easy job.
No.
30 kilometers. 30 kilometers block. Block by the sand and anything. It's never happened in Taiwan because such is kind of disaster. Only maybe water, flood or something. Not so huge sand and everything mixed together. So we take a lot of time because we cannot use machine. Only manually to do this, and couple with machine, it will be faster. So I think we hope we can finish this in October 15, but it's on the schedule. It's on a schedule. So, but I'm thinking, because I saw your video clips, do you think it's a dangerous job?
Digging in the ditch, I think it wasn't too dangerous. The one dangerous thing that is maybe the bacteria, because it is in the sewer. But I don't think it was too dangerous. When I was digging in the sewer, everybody has wipes and towels and water. A lot of the people who live in Guangfu have a hose, and they'll offer to wash the volunteers for free. So I didn't feel too dangerous, but definitely there was that kind of hidden risk that you can't see, which is germs and bacteria. I think that was kind of the main thing. I know that there were a lot of people who kind of got maybe a cut and they got infection. I heard some stories about that. It's really sad. So it's kind of dangerous, but you can't see the danger. So definitely if there's still volunteers there, I recommend wearing your mask, wash your hands. If you have a cut, use your antibacterial cream, whatever you need to do. Don't be afraid to get medical attention. Don't be afraid to, ask for help, because that's what everybody's there for, is to help each other, right?
So that area have lots of medical service.
Oh yeah. They anytime. In fact, there was one day where it's kind of embarrassing. I was just walking, trying to meet my friends, and I was looking at my phone. I wasn't looking where I was going, and I hit my head on kind of a rock.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was like, not a rock. It was like a building that had some concrete sticking out, and I just wasn't looking where I was going. And I hit it, and I didn't really think anything. I think it's fine. I still try to find my friends, and then I was asking someone if they could help me find this area that my friends were in, and she said, "Oh, like your head is bleeding, so there's blood coming out."
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, but it didn't hurt very much, so I was like, I think it's okay. But she insisted that I go get medical attention, and I didn't think it was very serious. But to be honest, like, she made the right choice, because even a small cut can get an infection, and that can turn into a much bigger problem. So that, like, everybody there is looking out for each other, and there's tons of medical stuff there. You can get everything that you need.
Every day we get the data from the train station.
Yeah.
The Guangfu train station, in average, one day is about 500 people.
Really?
Go in or go out.
Yeah.
But the maxima is about 50,000.
Yeah, I some of the days that I was there, it felt like there were tens of thousands of people in
Yes,
Guangfu, at least.
Yes. So finally, we went from our data, because our operational disaster center, and we got the data every day. Right now is over 500,000 people.
Really? Have gone to
volunteer.
Guangfu?
Yeah.
Is that individual people, or it could be the same person?
Yeah,
many
could be the
times?
same person.
Okay.
I mean it's by person.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a huge number.
Yeah.
In Taiwan, even we meet lots of disaster before, and still have lots of the volunteer for. But it's most of these from the organization, for example, 慈济, and also some event. Some people will sponsor the money and the food or something, and there were so many. But this time, what I found is the most people, and the second is the young generation.
Yeah.
Do you think you found the situation that most of them are young generation?
Yeah, it was really interesting, because like now we have like social media, for example, and a lot of the young generation uses social media, and a lot of them feel inspired to go, because they see their friends on social media volunteering, and they want to do it too, and then they post it, and other people go, and everybody is supporting each other through social media. The only reason that I'm here right now is because of social media, really. So it's really interesting to see this like kind of new generation of movement, because 30, 40 years ago, it wouldn't have been the same. There wouldn't have been the same information spreading. But now, people who have free time, because they can see it on social media, if they have a little bit of free time, and Taiwan has great trains, they can just go down and volunteer, even for a day. Anything helps, and go back to their home. And it's amazing that like kind of we happen to be in that situation where the island is very accessible. People can get around, and then people can get information. So it's kind of a representative of how connected the world can be now. It's really cool.
So what you see is young generation in Taiwan.
Yeah, so many young people, and it was amazing to see. I saw there were many old people too, and it's really cool, because now you can see both generations working together. But yeah, the young people really inspired me, because like a lot of them have their school, they have their work. Young people's lives are stressful. They're just trying to make their way in the world. I know, like, it's kind of the same with me. Sometimes my life is stressful, but even when they had their responsibilities, they were still able to come, volunteer, and then go back to their life. And a lot of those people, they would come for 1 or 2 days, go back, and then next week they'll come for 1 or 2 days again, which is really amazing to see, that they'll just dedicate their free time where they should be resting to helping the people who need help.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Finally, because in the beginning there were so many people, and if they was bring by if they are organized by some of the group, they also have the insurance. So, but lots of the volunteer, they did not cover the insurance. And before that, we did not have any kind of the event type,
Yeah.
especially the disaster and for the volunteers. So I would like to thank you lots of the ministries. We work together. We finally we make a new insurance policy.
Yeah.
And for this time, so we start the insurance, volunteer insurance for the disaster from the October 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it will be the rules in the future.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Like I'm really glad that the people, the volunteers in Guangfu can feel protected now. They feel they're covered and they can help, but not have to kind of sacrifice their health.
Some people also told me only the developed countries, they have so many volunteers to do this. I think that in the beginning, it's the people, they have love.
Yeah.
They will love each other to
I
help
think
the other.
it has nothing to do with development, I think. It's more about love. In fact, if we had a similar situation in Canada, our most common natural disaster is wildfires.
Yeah, wildfire.
And Canada is a really big country, but you don't see volunteers going to fight the wildfires. Part of it is because the wildfires are so far away always. But I remember one thing that really inspired me, and I talked about this, I can't remember, I talked about it with somebody in Guangfu, but one time I was in a Canadian airport and I saw maybe 100 firefighters from Mexico, actually. They were all getting on a plane to go fight the Canadian wildfires. And I felt I felt really appreciative of that because, Mexico is not so close to Canada. I don't know.
It's far away.
Yeah, it's far away. Yeah. So they all came so far to help our natural disaster. And that kind of that was a really inspiring moment for me. And I kind of was thinking about that when I was in Guangfu. I was like, maybe I can almost, do something like they did. So that was really inspiring.
Yeah. But, there was some different opinion about, because I got the information from our Congress.
Yeah.
And some congressmen pushed me, Minister Peng, it's dangerous for the volunteer to do the job. You should ask the military. The government should pay the money to find the professional people to do this, not push to hire the volunteer to do this. And what do you think about it? I know you are a volunteer for a long time, though, for lots of the disaster already.
I think that the people wanted to help so much that even if you have the professional people there, it's good. Yeah. But there's kind of no stopping the volunteers from wanting to help. And the thing about the volunteers is they're not there specifically to do, it's not like they want to do the dangerous work or want to do the safe work. They want to do anything they can to help. So even if you have those professional people there, I really think that the volunteers will still be there, still supporting in any way that they can. Every day going there, you kind of look for something to do. And you help with whatever you can. So there were some days where I was doing something as simple as passing a bucket along. But everybody just does what they can. So I think that it's good to have the professional people who can kind of organize things and make sure everybody's safe. But I think that the volunteer spirit that everybody had in Taiwan, it's kind of unstoppable.
Yeah, I would like to thank you because you did a very wonderful job. You are my first guy from Canada to be a volunteer in Taiwan.
Really?
But from your video clips from the social media, I found so many international volunteers to join us.
Yeah, I saw a lot of foreigners there. They had they were in Taiwan for different reasons. Some of them were working in Taiwan. Some of them, I'm not sure if I saw any other people traveling, but I'm sure there were other travelers who volunteered. But yeah, it was really inspiring to see that too. It's it's kind of just it doesn't, the nature of helping someone doesn't know countries. It's just when somebody needs help, it's kind of in the human nature to just go and lend a helping hand.
Yeah. So your job in Canada in the environmental service companies, what's your major job?
I usually do field work. That's kind of why I was so comfortable volunteering in Guangfu, because my job is often similar. So, for example, the project that I did right before I came here was management of invasive plant species. Okay. So when we disturb ground, or a natural resource company disturbs some ground, it's very easy for invasive species to come in. So one of our jobs along the reclamation process of managing lands for these natural resource companies is making sure that there is below a certain percentage of invasive species. Before that, it was soil survey, which was before a company digs some ground, they have to figure out what type of soil lies there and what they can or cannot waste. And yeah, they're all just kind of various stages along that. My next project when I go to work is going to be seed collecting. So we collect some native species of the area so that afterwards, when they want to restore the area, they can have those samples of native species to kind of put the land back to the way it was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So in Canada, Montrose does just various stages along like the land reclamation process, making sure environmental indicators are in good levels and helping everybody kind of keep, it's kind of like good housekeeping for the environment.
Yes,
we just make sure that all of our clients can feel proud of the land that they have developed and then put back to the way it was before.
Yeah. You know, Taiwan and Canada, we are different country because the population density in Canada is
very small.
Taiwan is very high, so totally different.
Yeah.
And your air quality and water quality is wonderful, very nature.
Yeah.
But in Taiwan, you know, we are still the people still thinking the money, economic growth. Sometimes they will think it's very important. But right now, we are thinking we should have a green growth.
Yeah.
It's not traditional economic growth.
Yeah. That's something that I always found interesting, especially now in like an environmental industry.
Yeah.
A lot of people think environment and industry are kind of like enemies. They can't go together. But like for me, the environment, the first priority of the environment has always been improving people's lives.
Yes.
And industry is good for people's lives because they need to make money and they need to have a better life, right? So what I was always interested in was like where can we cross industry and environment, like you said, green growth. How can we keep things clean while also creating opportunities for people? So that's like, you know, in Canada we have a lot of natural resources, but we also want to keep our environment clean. So that's basically my whole company's purpose, is to be able to develop the land, but also make sure that we keep it within a certain level of cleanliness.
You mentioned about the enemy because in the beginning when I come here, you know, I got attacked. I come from the private sector before.
Yeah.
Even I was in the prelim before, and last May I accepted the job to be the Minister of Environment. And in the beginning, what I say in the information is environmental protection and economic growth should be balanced. But what I think, I changed the way to thinking. We should be the environmental protection should be the first. If we did not have a good environment, the money you can get will be nothing. So that's our policy. We want to make things better. But I think in the future, Taiwan and Canada, we maybe in some kind of the concept we can work together. For example, you also mentioned before about the PFAS issues.
Yes, I've heard that Taiwan actually has some of the best PFAS regulations in the world. So that's definitely something to be proud of. And there's new technology coming up for PFAS all the time. So like that's something that Taiwan can definitely be very proud of. We want to make it better, but we still have lots of the pressure. For example, the air qualities, and you know, we are going to right now in average about PM 2.5 in average is 12.8 microgram per cubic meters. And you know, it's right now it's the lowest. But if we want to going down, it's not easy. But just I know the Canada probably is 8. I'm not 100% sure, but we do. Yeah, I mean, like, it's the different environmental consulting companies that we have. They all do great jobs at monitoring air quality. We do keep our air quality very nice. It's kind of unfair because we have such a big area. Like you can't really, like, it's hard to even concentrate chemicals in there. But I mean, air quality is a very important thing. Everybody breathes air, right? So so air quality, PFAS, all of these things are really good goals to have, I think.
Welcome you come to Taiwan, and probably, you know, right now our president Chinder Lai, and he encouraged the young generation to go aboard, to dream your dream. And so recently we have a program to send all our people to international society. Probably we can bring some of the young generation to your team.
Yeah,
that
would be amazing. We would. I know at Montrose we would love to hire people from other countries, people with different life experiences, different priorities and different knowledge. We really value that. I know when in my video I didn't sell Canada very well, but
a little boring.
Yeah, it's a little boring. I have to admit it's a little boring, but we have good schools, we have nice people, good environment, and we like to protect the environment, and we have a lot of things that people who are interested in the environment can learn from us. We have a lot of mining and oil and gas industries, but we still keep them kind of within the acceptable range for the environment.
Wonderful. Do you have any questions? You are young generation.
I think the number one thing is just stay true to the things that you really want to do, the things that you really value. There was a long time where I had a very difficult time finding my job in the environmental industry, but every day the environmental industry gets bigger and more important to the world. So just keep trying. I know it's not easy sometimes to find the opportunity that you want, but as long as you keep going in the direction that you want, one step every day is enough, and you'll get to where you want to be.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, no problem. I was really happy to help. I say it again, I don't think that I did any more than anyone else. I should thank you and thank everybody else in Taiwan for kind of creating the environment that where everybody helps each other. So yeah.